What is going on in Are you really wondering what is going on in Netherlands? Follow this guy. He's a journalist, freedom fighter, human rights activist on Twitter. This is their website, dutchuprising.com. Let's go check it. The Dutch people are rising up to protest destructive World Economic Forum climate law. We are going to share their story with the world. World Economic Forum controlled Dutch government announced last week an end to modern farming, putting harsh controls on nitrogen and spelling the end to thousands of family farms. In response, Dutch farmers took a page out of the Canadian Freedom Convoy playbook. They took to the highways, blockaded borders, and launched massive protests. Farmers are worried that this is one step closer to a global food crisis and total government control of the food supply. World Economic Forum, New World Order, you will own nothing and you will be happy.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, 1. I'll start at 1, 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs paths which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things that were from the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And first off, I want to thank YAHAWASHI for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, who taught me the truth. Salutations to you brothers and sisters that are out there listening, learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutations to my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. So, you know, I came across this information from the beloved elder, I believe the brother's name is Karatazov, if I'm not mistaken, from the Vegas camp, you know, GMS Vegas sit-downs, you know, and I kind of woke up early this morning and I seen the brother had put up a video, so I, was watching some of it, and, very interesting of all the things that, these devils are up to, man, and they're still, they're saying it in the name of, the so-called global warming nonsense, that there's too much, cows and animals and emissions from, different things, and, they need to make it better and all this BS, but it's basically so they can control the world's food, that's really what it's all about, Let me start off with that. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. So this is absolutely one of his these devil's many devices, man. So I wanted to touch on this. I have a couple videos that I want to a couple I'll put in post-production, and one I want to get that the elder Yashawamba from the Dallas camp, GMS Dallas, put up, kind of highlighting, some of the things to come, because it's all about prophecy, right? The spirit of the Lord is the spirit of the Lord Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy, so, as we always go into, prophesy simply means to say before, so we're commanded to come out here and give warning onto the sheep, to you, brothers and sisters that are in truth and sincerity trying to get yourselves right, with Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, that you may be covered in these troubling times that are on the horizon, So I'm going to read some of this article, get a few scriptures, and, I said get a couple videos, and hey, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. So this is from freshfruitportal.com, and it reads, Dutch farmers protest against government plans, July 5th, 2022. Dutch farmers angry at government plans to cut emissions use tractors and trucks to block roads and supermarket distribution centers across the country on Monday. The unrest unrest among Dutch farmers was triggered by a government proposal to slash emissions of pollutants like nitrogen oxide and ammonia by 50% by 2030. There goes that Agenda 2030, right? Giving provincial governments a year to formulate plans to achieve the goal. A group of farmers in the province of North Holland held talks with two senior officials in the city of Haarlem, like Harlem, looks like Harlem. According to a report by 69 WFMZ, their concerns are understood that and have our absolute attention. Good to be and stay in conversation with each other, tweeted one of the officials, Arthur Van. Yeah. The reforms are expected to include reducing livestock and buying up some farms whose animals produce large amounts of ammonia. Farmers argue they are being unfairly targeted and are being given no perspective for their future. Police looked but did not immediately take action Monday as some 25 tractors parked outside a distribution center for supermarket chain Albert Heijn in the town of Zaandam, just north of Amsterdam. Placards and banners affixed to the tractors read messages including "Our farmers, our future." A tractor at another protest in the northern town of Drachten urged people to think for a moment about what you want to eat without farmers. The strike has sparked fears of supermarket food shortages as fishermen have also blocked a number of harbors in an act of solidarity. Supermarkets do everything they can to keep the stores stocked, but if blockades continue, it could lead to people not being able to get their daily shopping, the Central Bureau of Food Trade said in a statement. In addition, traffic authorities warned of delays and possible slow-moving tractors on the nation's highways, with an airport urged travelers to use public transportation to get to its terminals amid fears that the blockades also would target airports. Over the weekend, the government appointed an intermediary to lead talks between farmers, organizations, and officials drawing up population reduction measures. However, Prime Minister Mark Rutte has ruled out negotiating with farmers responsible for radical protests. Mainstream farming lobby group LTO described the mediator John Rimkes as an administrative heavyweight with deep knowledge of the issues and said it was open to talk with him. According to LTO, there are nearly 54,000 agricultural businesses in the Netherlands with exports totaling 94.5 billion euros in 2019. Yeah, so I mean, it's going down, man, and this is all biblical prophecy, right? As these devils are pushing forward to control the food in order to control the population, right? To control the people, there's as it says in the scriptures, sedition among men is rising up, So let me get that quote real quick, and then we'll continue on. This is from the devil, Henry Kissinger, and it reads, "Who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control whole continents. Who controls money can control the world." Right? So with these devils, it's always been about control, man. All they want to do is control the people, because they're the devil. They're a covetous nation of people. They can never have enough. It's like, in Obadiah, how it says, would you not leave any grapes? It's like, damn, you already got everything. Well, you're gonna take the vines too. You're gonna take the soil too. You greedy fucking bastards. But that's these people for you, man. So let me see where I want to go with it. I'll take that off. Because that also brought to mind things that this devil Gates is up to too. So let me read this real quick, because this is important, because you already have the whole issue with what do you call it, Russia and Ukraine, right? Ukraine is a major exporter of wheats and goods, right? As food products. And now here all of a sudden there's this push for the emissions and ammonia control, and the how do they say it, wanting to have less the unrest the government proposal to slash emissions of pollutants like nitrogen oxide and ammonia, which means less animals, right? I forget where there it goes. The reforms are expected to include reducing livestock and buying up some farms whose animals produce large amounts of ammonia, right? So this is literally targeting livestock, right? And this is a country that has the, well, let me read it. The Netherlands is the largest exporter of beef and veal, the second largest exporter of poultry meat after Poland, and the fourth largest exporter of pork after Spain, Germany, and Denmark, right? The Netherlands is the EU's largest meat exporter, right? So you have to beg the question, it's like, oh, hold on. You had the largest wheat grain, right? Ukraine, or one of the largest. That whole situation going over there, troops burning fields and doing all these different things, as we've seen different videos showing, right? Which is a lot of the food for not only people but also for livestock, right? You had all these different farmers around here in Babylon in America, they're having to destroy crops and dump, millions and millions of gallons of milk, and there's a shortage of different seeds for the animals, and all these different things that are going on. And then here is an attack on the actual meat, one of the top, the largest meat exporter, beef and veal, and poultry, and chicken, and ain't nobody supposed to be eating no damn swine. But the top two is where I'm focused on, because this is what a lot of people eat. It's where you get your steaks, your burgers, and your chicken for you jakes that love to have goddamn KFC every damn day. Your fried, fucking extra fried chicken and fucking pig lard and shit. Where do you think that shit is coming from? It's coming from, this is the largest exporter of meat. So if this place is getting decimated, where do they expect you to get your meat from? None other than, I'll put this video in the post-production, but it goes back to this goddamn devil Gates, man. So this is an article I just seen, and matter of fact, before I get that, let me get this. Let me watch this video real quick with you brothers and sisters. So this is what these devils expect you to do, right? If you're not going to be eating real beef, right, then I guess they want you to eat this.
Unless we can make the cow zero emission.
But I read in one of the interviews you gave in the last week or two, it was just published, you said rich nations should move to 100% synthetic beef.
Yeah, unless we can make the cow zero emission, which, I'm not sure we can, we do need to to get rid of those emissions. And, it's not going to happen overnight. The scale up and innovation still required there is quite large. But yes, Zero is a very...
But I
You know, and I'll tell you, man, YAHAWASHI got a special judgment for this piece of shit. You know, because you see, you know, he's laughing, man, because he already knows what he's doing. This is Mr. Depopulate himself, man. You know, you brothers know what I'm talking about, man. You said, you know, if we do a really good job with the, you know, the jump shots, we could lower that number by 10 to 15%. And he's talking about the population. He's talking about it as if he's talking about a bag of Skittles or some shit, man. There's a fucking devil, man. You know, I'm gonna play this little clip too real quick.
Quick age check. How many of you see the problem here? For those too young, years ago a movie came out called Soylent Green. Earth is overpopulated. A new miracle food comes out to save us all.
Soylent Green is people!
Soylent Green is made out of people.
Soylent Green is people!
Quick age check.
Yeah, so you know, and one of the brothers in the camp, the beloved brother YAHAWADAH had you know, brought that to brothers' attention, you know, from that movie. You know, I want to get a chance to watch it, but there's already been reports of you know, human fetuses and whatnot, and you know, and McDonald's meat and stuff like that, you know, fast food chains, you know what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched, you know, but whatever it is, it ain't what the Lord created, you know, and that's the point, you know. And at the same time that all this stuff is happening over in the Netherlands and you know, in Ukraine and whatnot, the different food you know, exporters, right? Here in Babylon, you know, I'm not, the last I heard, we're up to 100 food processing plants that have been either burnt, you know, just burned down or just abandoned or whatever. So, you know, if that doesn't throw up a red flag, man, you know, you're clearly not in the right spirit, you know. So let me see, let me get a scripture real quick. Let's get this. This is Matthew 24, and I'll start at 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. You know, so this is the times that we're living in, man. You know, Jacob's trouble, you know, as it states in what is it, Jeremiah 30:7. You know, it shall be a time as has never been, as it says in Daniel 12:1. You know, these are the times that we're living in, man. You know, and this is all by design by these damn devils.
Most recent. This is Bill Gates' most recent land grab, and also the discussion related to how much land he owns in the United States. Bill Gates just bought 1,200 acres for $13.5 million in North Dakota, and it's all farmland. The state itself has had numerous complaints about this transaction from its residents. Now, the Attorney General of North Dakota has notified the trust that it's indirectly ran by this LLC that they are illegally buying property because LLCs in North Dakota are not allowed to be owning ranch land or farmland, and the AG is asking for intent. And Bill Gates is not the largest landowner in the United States, but he is the largest farm landowner at around 260,000 acres. He also owns Gates Ag 1, which this organization basically improves farming through technology. Part of their mission statement says they're focusing on Asia and Africa. So the question is he buying farmland for investment, or does he have a larger motive?
So as all that is happening, you got this man, the Billy Gates of hell, right? This is from agdaily.com, North Dakota approves Bill Gates' major farmland purchase. North Dakota's state attorney general's office approved Bill Gates' recent purchase of 2,100 acres of farmland. The attorney general's office scrutinized the initial investment based on the state's barring of corporations and limited liability companies from purchasing farmland. In the state's original letter to Gates, North Dakota Attorney General Drew Wrigley wrote, "Our office needs to confirm how your company uses this land and whether it meets any of the statutory expectations, such as business purposes exception." Let's see. Yeah, so so U.S. land prices have been soaring, but an aging demographic of farmers may spell opportunity for young and would-be farmers. However, a select few have been able to meet new prices without hesitation. Among these select few is Bill Gates' Red River Trust, which now owns nearly 270,000 acres of land across the country. Almost 90% of this land is farmland. So 90% of the land here in Babylon, this weirdo goofball nigga who wants to depopulate and have everybody eat synthetic meat, he owns 90% of the farmland. If you don't see what times we're in, you're not in the right spirit, man. We have to, definitely have to stay prayed up in these times, man, because these devils are, well, hey, is this not the year of turn up? So as us brothers, we're trying to turn up in the spirit and be more and more diligent in serving our power, YAHAWASHI. These devils are turning up and being more diligent in serving their power, Satan, man. And trying to accomplish their evil agenda, man. Almost 90% of this land is farmland, with smaller transitional and recreational area holdings. In total, the trust owns 13.5 million in farm acres. But hey, these are the times that we're in. So I want to brought this out. Put the there's a clip that I want to put in here that a dude on TikTok was talking about. But yeah, these are the times that we're in. So let me get this real quick, because this is what all of this is spelling. 2nd Ezra 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So already over in the Netherlands, in Holland and whatnot, the protests of the farmers is already leading to empty shelves over there. Let me get this real quick. So this is 2nd Ezra 15, and I will start at let's start at 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. We're in modern day Egypt, right? AKA America, as before. That's how it's not talking about ancient Egypt. And will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, right? Who's the ones that till the ground? The farmers, right? For their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with the fearful constellation, right? All these different storms. There was multiple floods that destroyed multiple crops since last year, And it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up against another, and swords in their hands, right? And this is what's already happening, man. There's all these divisions going on in the world, especially here in Babylon. But in particular, I'm talking about over there in the Netherlands, man. The people, well, let's get it. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You know, so they're already coming up against the the government. They're seeing that they're over time they're starting to see more and more that the government is full of shit and they're not there to help them. They're only there to destroy them in order to achieve their wicked agenda, man. And they're all in on it. You know? A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Right? So eventually, the new what do you call it? Curious George that they're gonna push forward. We already seen a glimpse of them doing that with the CV, where you weren't able, if they said you were, you had it or whatnot, you couldn't travel over here, you couldn't, so we already seen a glimpse of that, right? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, right? So they're gonna destroy the modern day sword is a gun, but any type of weapon. It actually could be an actual sword. It could be a machete. It could be whatever the person, a pair of brass knuckles. A bunch of jakes could run in with pipes and sticks and whatnot. Whatever it is. Or whatever weapon of choice they choose, and spoil their goods, right? Will come in and run down and take everything. Why? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. So these are the times that we're coming into, man. And it's hey, it ain't pretty if you're on the wrong side, man. Matter of fact, let me grab this and then I'm gonna get this last clip and I'm gonna wrap it up. Let me see, why is it not showing up on here? Let me go back. Matter of fact, let me just grab it. So this is the book of 1 second, let me get my my sword. This is a message for you Israelites, man. Like it says in matter of fact, let me grab that too since it came to mind. Let me grab that first. Exodus. So this is Ezekiel, Salakia. This is a warning, 3:17. Son of man, Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. We're giving warning of all the things that are coming, all these food shortages and all this sedition among men and men and not having pity upon their neighbor, because of the lack of bread. All these things are coming. All this is prophecy, and this is our job to come out here to give warning to the sheep, man, of these times that come, so you have time to spiritually get your mind right, man, and cleave onto your power, YAHAWASHI, and pray unto them for mercy and guidance and protection in these times that we're coming into, man. These terrible times that we're coming into, man. So this is Ecclesiasticus, otherwise known as Sirach 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. So this is the warning. Excuse me. Come back to the Lord before the evil days come, man. Seek thy Creator in the days of thy youth before the evil days come, as the scriptures say. Because the times that we're coming into, man, these people, and I'm gonna show a quick clip of how these damn Babylonians, man, hey, this a quick how do I say it, a vision of a little bit of a vision. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way, but a little insight or a little view of what's to come, because these Babylonians, man, are the most spoiled people on the planet, especially you Jakes, especially you Jake women, man. You're the worst. No patience, no ability to even try to fast for any longer than a couple hours. You're just always stuffing something in your fucking face, you know. That's why the elites refer to y'all as useless eaters, man. All you do is consume shit, consume entertainment, consume fucking food all day, you know, and talk shit. You're not, you know, and that's why the Lord's gonna get rid of 2/3 of his own people, man. You don't serve no purpose. All you do is take, you know. And then if somebody don't give you nothing right on time, then you want to destroy shit and act like a grown ass fucking child, man. But yeah, you know. But let me, without further ado, let me play this clip that I seen Elder Yashawamba put, and I want you to imagine now these fucking bitches, right, are acting like this because they don't have, they had to pay $1.75 for extra sauce. So I want, you know, your brothers and sisters to imagine if they're acting like this because of that, how much more if they don't even have nothing to even put sauce on, or the sauce. You understand? So without further ado. Yeah, there you go, man. So you got these goddamn fucking rabbit beasts running around, you know, destroying shit because they don't they didn't have you know any they had to pay an extra 20 what was it, $1.75 for some damn sauce. So they acting like that, you know, over something like that. How are they going to be acting when they ain't got no food? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. 2 Ezra 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. So I mean, you know, this is the warning, you know, from YAHAWASHI for you brothers and sisters to make no tarrying, to turn to him and seek him in the days of thy youth before the evil days come, because it's going to get very dark out here. Very, very dark. It's going to, the love of many shall wax cold, as it says, and I believe Yahawashi said it. I believe it's in Revelation, you know, because iniquity shall abound, man. You know, iniquity is sin upon sin. So the way that the world is operating, it's on such a low vibration, and it's only going to get worse because all the way that the mindset of the people is, it's mine, and I should have had it, and I want it now. You should have already knew that I wanted it. You should have had it ready for me yesterday. I shouldn't have to call you. You should be able to read my mind. This is the entitled attitude of these Babylonians, man. So because of their pride, 18th verse, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. So this is what's coming. The plagues are coming upon Babylon because of their great pride, man. And it shows on the people, especially them goddamn nigger women, man. Did all that shit because they had to pay fucking $1.75 for some sauce. But I thought you didn't need nothing. I thought you were Miss Independent. You ain't need no man. You got it all in control. You a boss bitch. You shouldn't have to worry about $1.75 for some sauce because you got it, right? You got the bag, right? Isn't that what you bitches say all the fucking time? Hey, man. All you proud ass people are going to be humbled very soon. So hey, with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. I want to thank YAHAWASHI once again for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutations to you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving. We're almost out of here. And salutations to my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. I want to say DTA, Abal Babal, and Kwam Yasharala. Hey, shalom. To the next one.